first of its kind initiative by a new age research Sholini University, and the two schools who are a part of this cohort are Emerald Heights International School and Learning Path School. I am Shikha Sood, Head of Outreach, Sholini University. I give you a very hearty, warm welcome to Nutan Ma'am, Principal, Learning Path School, Siddharth Sir, Director, Emerald Heights International School, Saurabh Agarwal, and our special guest of the day, Dr. Nareen and Dr. Vasan, and all the teachers, students, and parents who have joined us today. Now, I would request Nutan Ma'am, Principal, Learning Path School. She is an educationalist with over a decade of experience in grooming young minds and nurturing them. She has worked with various educational institutions pan-India. She will be addressing us all. Over to you, Nutan Ma'am.
Hello, good evening, Shikha, and all the esteemed panelists. It's absolutely an honor to be a part of this ceremony for the simple reason that we began this journey together in the month of February. And we had high expectations. And I was absolutely confident of the fact that this was the right fit for our school, the kind of program that Sholini was proposing. And I think the result has far exceeded our expectations. The students have had some wonderful, wonderful sessions. I attended a few of them myself. And what I loved about those sessions was the kind of interaction that took place. And I felt these kids just needed a little push, a direction, a little nudge, and they're ready to go. But the right mentoring, as always, in every case, makes all the difference. And the mentors that Sholini had provided to our students, I think that was amazing.
I think we lost her. She's there.
Mom is just here. I think she's connecting back.
She got disconnected.
I think she got disconnected.
Can I be heard, please?
Yeah, we can hear you, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry, I've got some bandwidth issue here at my end. But it was amazing. It's been an amazing journey. The kind of feedback we hear from our students, from our teachers who attended these sessions, 19 projects submitted by.
I think there is a connectivity problem. I think there's a connectivity problem, but her message is very, very clear to us. Thank you so much, Nutan ma'am. So now I would request Siddharth sir, Director, Emerald Heights International School. Mr. Singh has mastered the values and principles of his profession. Deeply rooted to this discipline, he belongs to a family of educators who have guided him to success. Mr. Singh was selected by Education World magazine as one of the young shining stars of Indian education in 2017 and is currently serving on the board of AFS India and Round Square. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone, and to all the students, parents, and all the mentors from Sholini University and the principal. I don't know what to say. When we started our journey with internationalism and career counseling, and we thought that something which is missing in India, and maybe we don't get enough exposure of, was research at high school level. And that's when we kind of thought that how can we do that? How can we get research? We spoke to the IIMs and the IITs because we're in Indore and we have both the universities here. But very few helped us. And then we heard about the YRP program by Sholini University, and we were very excited because we students at high school level get that kind of mentorship, get that kind of vision to make products and to make businesses, and get guidance from world renowned professors who are able to kind of get their ideas well established. So I would like to thank Shulin University for giving this platform to our students. And we had a total of, I think, 17 projects that the students worked on. And I think, and all the students who worked on different projects were very excited with the idea. And I have only positive, reviews of what kind of guidance was given to the students by Shulin University. So I thank you for that. I thank you to all the mentors present here and the founders of the university for giving this platform to our young learners. Something which is very important going ahead, and this is very relevant for the students, is that as you grow and as you become part of the workforce, the current generation, for the current generation, it's very important that they think about sustainable development and not selfish development, as what's happening right now. You cannot be selfish about your dreams. You have to be sustainable if you all have to survive as one family. Today, with what's happening with COVID, it's a very, very good example of how the world has to work together to overcome any problem. And all the business ideas and everything that we are going to do in the future is going to revolve around sustainable development, is going to revolve around health, is going to revolve around our society, our environment, and how together, keeping the growth in mind, we are able to safeguard our planet and go into the future and make sure there is a world for our future generations. If we don't do that, I don't think we are going to survive post few decades. So I would like to thank the university again for giving them that kind of platform where the projects are geared towards sustainability, and they are working on something which is relevant, actually relevant for us in the future. A simple thing is, as leaders, you have to be very, very responsible leaders, because one wrong idea or one wrong mistake can turn into, can spiral into a big crisis, somewhat what we are looking at Afghanistan right now. Just simple mistake in planning has, become this big crisis across, for everyone in the world. So I hope that, all the students, as they grow and with all the guidance that they have from the university, become leaders and become sustainable leaders in the future, and make sure that our world not only survives but thrives. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Kavita ma'am and Vandana ma'am, who have been a constant pillar of our support for making this program big success in their respective schools, to share their experiences. So over to you, Kavita ma'am and Vandana ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Looking back, 6 months, I still feel that we have yet started and we are still learning. So that was the idea that matters. It started with, and it has taken a shape. It has grown big as we keep on proceeding with that. So that again gives me an immense pleasure to work with, Young Researchers Program. It was an amazing journey, which, not only taught our children, groomed them in a, very simple way. The scientific approach was explained to them, and step by step, they were, mentored by student mentors, teachers mentor, and all the way, every point of time, they were helped. Handholding was there, and it was a great learning for everyone. I'll say not only for students, or also for the teachers, those who were associated with this program had a great learning experience here. And it is not, it will be true to say that if you value an idea, then you should believe in it and make it applicable. I think this is the learning, this is the takeaway for every student from here. And once again, thanks to everyone who is associated. Dr. Chirmule, in his own way, he has become, he has a great fan following. If I today also talk about, children are ready to join him anytime at any cost. Dr. Vasan, Ms. Shikha, Mr. Vinamr, Mr. Prateek, Mr. Ankush, all as a team, have always supported. And it was a great learning, I'll say, in a very simple way, in a very practical sense, in a very creative way. This was a great learning for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Vandana ma'am, over to you.
Ma'am, Kavita has summed up very well. Basically, the way we started. I'll not repeat what has been already said. I'll speak about my experiences. So my hearty thanks to Shulini University and the team, the professors, and each and everyone involved from Team Shulini in bringing this project to the school level, which is much needed to imbibe the spirit and also imbibe the brainstorming about the ideas and creating the sensitivity towards the society. Something that I was really impressed with in the beginning when we started was after 17 ideas were curated and presented, there were a couple of ideas which were not very well in conjunction with the university and the professors, but they were still not declared rejected. I think that was something that touched my heart. And they were, in fact, given additional handholding by the professors. They were assigned separate mentors to still give them, further chance to brainstorm and still leverage their chances. So this is something that I particularly liked because students have gained further insight in close connection with the professors, one thing. And secondly, not everyone will win. So handling rejections in a very positive manner is one thing that these students gained. This was something that really touched my heart, and it's something that's really worth cherishing, we as stakeholders. Another important thing that I really liked was at each step, the sessions by the professors were very well connected with the careers ahead. That was really impressive. Whether we were talking about patenting, careers with patenting, whether we were talking about any particular presentation, careers in that particular area or domain, these were certain things which were really, I would say, accessories that really adorned this program. So really, really healthy, program that has been curated by Team Shulini. It is much needed to bridge that gap, which is what NEP is trying to bring in. And we really look forward to a very, very, very long-term collaboration with you people, all the stakeholders, and many thanks to all the professors, Team Shulini. Avni is here, Dr. Khosla is not here, but still my many thanks. And we look forward to gaining more and more experiences for our students in the long term. Thank you so very much. And over to you, Shikha.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would request Saurabh Agarwal, Assistant Professor at CUNY University. He has interacted with students and guided them at regular intervals with their projects. I would like Saurabh Agarwal, sir, you to share your journey in this YRP program. Over to
Thank
you,
you.
Dr.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so very much. First of all, I just really want to thank Shulini University that you considered me to mentor so many young kids. It's been a nice journey with all these students. I got to know the young talent that we have in our country. I was really amazed with a few ideas that students shared, like whether it was FlexoCard or it was like compact ready or non-invasive blood sugar monitor. So, I mean, some of the ideas really touched the heart that these students at this very age are really producing some concepts which can help society. So they are really thinking in terms of helping some novel cause. So I never expected that school kids will come up with such brilliant ideas, to be honest. It was really satisfactory to see that the way these kids have shown the maturity in terms of converting a conceived idea into a workable concept. Next step obviously should be to protect their ideas, maybe through IPR. And then who knows, any one of these kids may build a business around it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Our research intern, Gaurav, would also like to share his experiences of this journey. Over to you, Gaurav.
Thank you very much for having me today. Namaskar to everyone. I'm Gaurav. So in terms of my own experience, so initially we were like every intern was dealing with different kind of projects, and we had to deal with different approaches to implement further. So as in my case, like I had different projects, some projects were on the ideation stage based proposals, and some projects were like they had already developed the prototypes. So I was switching, like in terms of work, I was switching from like POC to do some amendments in the already developed prototypes. So that was a kind of a bit challenging for me, but I learned a lot from that experience also. And another thing was that the students were completely involved into their projects, like the way they were showing the interest, and they wanted to do, perform some amendments in their projects. So that was very, very amazing thing to me. And I also learned from that. And sometimes also they were, kind of a bit demotivated due to some kind of comments they were receiving. So I also motivated them. Like I just said them, like, it's just the power of idea which matters the most. So just go ahead with that. So that was something new for me, like motivating the students also. So yeah, in terms of summary, like I was also involved into such program, and it for sure helped me a lot. And I hope that every student of this program has taken some kind of life learning experiences. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coral. So, my dear student, it's time to meet the winners of Young Researchers Award and few young minds whose project deserve honorable mention. Now, I would like to invite our special guest, Dr. Nareen and Dr. Wasan, to do this honor. Dr. Nareen is a scientist with an artistic bent, is a strong advocate of self-awareness. He paints, plays tabla, flute, publishes blogs, and even delivers TEDx talks and spearheads our Young Researchers program. Dr. Wasan, a trained microbiologist, he is passionate about global health and development of affordable healthcare. He has extensive experience in vaccine discovery and drug development. Also, he is a fitness freak, long distance runner, cycling, being on the mountains, dry or snow-capped, and I'm sure eagerly waiting to trek in Himachal soon. Over to you, Dr. Nareen and Dr. Wasan.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shikha. What an honor to be here, and it's really a pleasure to be with all of you today, especially the students. I've done a lot of things in my career, and got a lot of gray hair to sort of prove that a little bit. But this unequivocally, मैं सिर्फ कह नहीं रहा हूँ कहने के लिए, these last 6 months has been the most enjoyable project that I've ever done in my life. So this is amazing. So I don't know, like Vandana said, I don't want to reiterate everything that everybody has said, but it has been the most important project that I have ever done. These are sort of opening comments, but Vasan, maybe you can share your opening comments and then we can chat a little bit.
Sure. Thank you very much, Shika, and thank you for the entire team here, especially students, teachers, and the head of institutions, and the whole Shulini team. I came somewhere in the midway. I can only use the word. I'm super excited, and it's been a terrific journey, learning and being associated with young minds. So let's stop there. Look forward to the rest of the program. Thank you.
Yeah. So what we decided to do in our agenda today, and I'm going to ask Ankush to share the slides in a minute. Ankush, I'll just speak a little bit, and then you can share the slide. This was a very difficult thing that we did, which is come up with the winners, right? And as I think Vandana had mentioned also, one of the things that all of us have to learn is how to fail gracefully. And I don't mean that in a negative connotation. I mean that in a positive connotation. दुनिया में हर चीज़ नहीं मिलती हम लोगों को, सब कुछ नहीं मिलता है, और बहुत चीज़ें जो चाहिए होती है नहीं मिलती हम लोगों को. तो अगर नहीं मिलते हो तो उसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि you didn't try hard enough, या that it was something was unfair. Immediately you start getting negative that कुछ किया होगा, मतलब हमने कुछ गलत किया होगा, या something like that. कुछ किसी न किसी को तो जीतना ही है. लेकिन I go with 3 things that I'll tell everyone to sort of take 3 things away from today's talk. One is, and whether it is this project or anything that you do in life, this is something that I apply to myself also. When I do something, is it going to make an impact? That is first thing. Meaning, is it going to make an impact on you? Is it going to make on the project that you're going to work on? Is it going to make an impact on society? That is the first thing that you have to think about. The second thing, are you going to work with fun people, with actually people who you like and love? Are you going to love people that you're going to work with or you're going to work with in this project? Either seniors, juniors, your friends, people. Basically, are you going to create a whole new network of people that you generate because of this project that you're doing? And the third thing that is most important is, are you going to have fun doing this? पास हुए, फेल हुए, हारे जीते, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मस्ती आ रही क्या? ये अगर तीन चीज हो ना, बाकी सब everything will fall in place. Impact, fun, and people. Anything you do, if you put these three criteria, na, every journey will be fun. Every journey will be satisfying. Because otherwise, what happens is, if your goal is to win, जीतोगे नहीं. फिर jealousy होगी, animosity होगी, अरे वो क्यों जीता, मैं क्यों नहीं जीता, मैंने कुछ गलत किया. All these negative thoughts will come. So just hold on to these thoughts. I'm sure there'll be more, but these are the three that sort of I believe that will be very useful for all of us to apply as we do anything. So with that, Vasan, do you want to add and maybe even talk about how we went through the criteria and how we came, like maybe you can talk about the criteria a little bit?
Sure. Thank you, Naren. So what I would like to share is each one of you who put an idea out there is a winner. All right. Just having the courage to come and put something out there, work with the team here, go through the journey. I would call it an experience of, fine-tuning your idea, honing it, making some amendments, corrections as you went through. That I think is a great journey. So those of you who made it, it's great. Those of you who did not make it into the final list, you can go back, come up much stronger with better ideas and really use this as an experience to really look at every other opportunity that comes by and seize the opportunities. You know what is the recipe for success. So really don't lose heart. I think it's as long as you take this into your stride as a great experience, I think you can walk out proud and happy. So in terms of the process, what we really looked at it is, maybe do you have a slide on that, Ankush?
Yes.
Which looked at the criteria so that it becomes easy for us. Yeah, so as you could see that each one of you were told that the ideas you propose will be, questioned, worked along with, handheld, with the idea of really looking at the 7 dimensions, which include simplicity, usability, sustainability, clarity, originality, scalability, and practicality. Why were the 7? Why were the 7 attributes chosen? Is because each one of them really signify an important attribute. And at the end of the day, at your level where you're very young, you're really thinking about it, it's very nice to incorporate this aspects into your idea and ask this question: how does my idea or my product or my invention fit on this criteria? So we had a panel of different experts, Naren, myself, then we had some senior faculty from Shulini who all sat together, independently assessed, and some of us had the great opportunity to work with each one of you in a small setting to hear you out, ask questions, make you think. And I could see that many of you were very tenacious, right? You just came back telling what came out was the core belief in some of the ideas, which is really nice. And you are also receptive to hear out ideas and make some changes. And then you had a second opportunity to come by and present in the larger forum, taking into consideration the inputs you got from some of the mentors from Shulini, as well as some of the panel members. And then it was a grand stage where we had the most exciting time to hear each and every idea being presented at this stage. So based on this criteria, we have done an evaluation, right? And then as you will see in the subsequent details that will be shared for each of the ideas, you will see that what has gone into this evaluation and why we chose a few and why others do not make it. But still there is room for others to incorporate the suggestions that are made and then take it to the next level. I'll stop there, Naren. You would like to add something else if I missed out?
No, I think you covered it really well. So Ankush, if it's okay, then we can proceed.
Yes. So we already have Avni also has joined us. So Avni is our Vice President and heading our financial aid from Shulini University. Avni, if you would like to share your experience of YRP.
Hi everyone. Hi Naren. Hi, Vasan, all the students who joined us, principals, teachers. First of all, my apologies. Technology is not proving to be my best friend these days, and this is probably the third webinar for which I'm late last week, this week. I think our experience has been really amazing. I think my personal experience has been, one of a lot of excitement and also a little bit of jealousy because I didn't get this opportunity when I was a science student. So I'm happy for anyone and everyone who's participated in this, this beautiful program. And I can only tell you one thing that it has taken an equal, if not more, amount of effort from, from people like Naren and Vasan and all our professors who've minutely gone through each and every proposal. And the idea is not to, say that this project is better than the other project. The idea is just to fuel curiosity. And I think some of you have gone above and beyond in, delivering on your ideas. So congratulations to all those students. And those who haven't, as Vasan was saying, we are going to give you detailed feedback if it's not already shared. And there is always an option to come back to us. We will support you for as long as you need. And I can say this on behalf of all the mentors who are available here today. It'll be a huge personal success for us if each of you is successful. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us individually in groups. Otherwise, the idea is to, make you the young change makers, and we'll leave no stone upturned to make sure that you do. So that's all from my side. Thank you, Shikha, and thank you, everyone. Naren wants to say something.
Yes, I do want to say something. Thank you. Just before we go to the awards, and Ankush, I think we're going to go to the awards. First of all, I want to acknowledge that this whole concept has been Ankush's idea, and it's never. I know Ankush is going to say कि एक जने का idea नहीं होता है, लेकिन किसी को तो शुरू करना पड़ता है ना. तो ये जो शुरू करने के जो सीड है वो अंकुश का है. वो अंकुश ने हमको कीड़ा लगाया है, तो हम लोग सब उसी कीड़े के पीछे लगे हैं. ठीक है. So Ankush, thank you for that thought of yours that उसके ऊपर से पूरी दुनिया बन रही है उसके ऊपर. What a brilliant idea. So with that in mind, what I wanted to say was, हम लोगों ने बहुत, what should I say, soften the blow kind of ये किया ना. जो हारने वाले हैं स्टूडेंट्स, मतलब हारने मतलब जिनको अवार्ड नहीं मिला, उनको हम लोग पहले ही संबोधित कर रहे हैं कि भैया तुम लोग को प्राइज नहीं मिलना. खत्म हो गया वो संबोधित करना. हो जाओ संबोधित. अब जीतने वालों की सेलिब्रेशन होनी चाहिए और जीतना ही चाहिए. You must win competitions. One must win the gold medal. It is about winning. It is not about participation. If you don't win, तो मतलब क्या है? Right? तो जीतना ही चाहिए. हमने अब बहुत कुछ बोल दिया, हारो, अच्छे से हारो, वो सब है, ठीक है. लेकिन जीतना ही है, ठीक है. तो अभी जीतने वालों की बात करते हैं, ठीक है. तो over with that comment, I want to hand it over to Ankush.
Say something with your permission.
Please.
Yeah. So that's our tagline in the school. I tell all my students that we don't play to participate, we play to win.
नहीं. But you have to have both sides of the coin.
Absolutely.
So very good. So maybe Ankush, you can take it over from here now.
So, Dr. Naren, I am sharing the slides and you please take it further.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, you need to declare the names. So,
oh my God.
You are the mentor.
बहुत nervous हो गया हूँ मैं अब.
So, I'm sharing the screen.
Yes.
Very rarely we get this opportunity, Larry. So
I know. Vasan, you do the first one. I'll do next, and then we'll alternate.
wow.
Tension है यार.
So we'll be starting with the third prize first.
So Vasan.
Wow. Congratulations, Teknamveer Singh. Fantastic, right? You did a great job. So,
We'll promote him to the panel also. Prateek, can you promote him to panel,
yes.
please?
Could we put a spotlight on him, please?
Yes.
Are you there, Nambi?
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good to see you again. How excited. Could you go back to the slide, please, now?
Yeah, sure.
As you could see that the idea he proposed was color green, right? What we saw was, it really scored high on. Could we go back to slide number 3? Nadi?
Yeah, sorry.
The citation for that.
Yeah, I'm going back. Just wait.
Ankush is very excited to really, fast forward this entire program.
So the slides are going on its way, so it's not went back. So we declared the second one also.
Okay.
Why don't we declare everybody and then
Yes.
we can come
That's
back
very
and
good.
talk to everyone
Yes,
together.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Savya Chabra,
So-
congratulations.
So I'm going for the
Yes, and
And the winner is.
the winner is.
Karen, you should do this.
Oh my God. Radhika Agarwal for her project on complete paper coffee cup. Wow. Congratulations, everyone. This is amazing. It was not an easy task for us. So why don't we unshare and then maybe we can have a better conversation when we get, and let's promote all 3 of them onto the stage. Oh, do we also have a we can do that a little bit later. Let's spend some time talking to the 3 of them first, and then we can come to the next.
Yes.
So Radhika,
Good evening, sir.
congratulations to all 3 of you for doing a fantastic job in whatever you did on all the criteria. You will get, all of you, or you will get a detailed report of the analysis of your presentations. So let's start with Teknir. So what was your did you think that you would win?
So, yes, you can say that. I thought I would win, but it was a tough challenge, and everyone did their best and gave the full what they could. And I was at a point thinking that what all projects can be in the finals and what will not be. And but that's all. And
Yeah. So there were many criteria that we loved about your presentation. So one thing that I think we all liked very much is you took the effort and went and talked to everyone, right? Sabko question hai, you sent us a video of all the people that you talked to and collected the data, right?
yes, sir.
How did you think of that?
So, first of all, I went to the people who were like near to me, like the maids and my neighbors and all. And I also asked my family members. Then after doing that, I took the next step. I thought of going ahead and asking more people to get more of those questions and knowing what other people also think, because we can't make something on the thinking of some few people. We need what others also think. So I went ahead, asked the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan sweepers what they think about what is happening and how should we work on that.
Nice. I'll open the floor for anybody to ask me with some questions, and then we'll go to the next. Any questions for him from the panel or comments?
Yeah, if you can go, I really like the tagline. He came with the tagline and also defined the problem very well. And what was very unique about your proposal and me was to go and do this data collection, talking to the relevant stakeholders and understanding what the problem is and defining an opportunity for you to come up with a new product, which took care of all the existing gaps, which I think is very unique.
I'll add to it here. Tectum is working for this project, for past 9 to 10 months, if I'm not wrong. And in the lockdown situation, he just picked up this thought and started discussing with us. And it was his keen interest into it, that what can be done with all leaves around during winters. He said, as many times I used to come to park and I see these people manually gathering things, and so difficult to manage in this winter season. And just we were talking about some other thing. I was his class teacher last year. So just we had a conversation. He said, can we go with this idea or somewhere? And I said, you just work upon, think upon. And then he started talking to people. And now this is the state, he has reached to the municipal corporation also with his idea. And let us see that it is all small steps heading towards, big change. That's what I'll say. And keep it up, Teknambir. Congratulations.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Well done, well done. Okay, let's go to Shravya.
Good evening, sir.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir.
So what I liked about among the many things, was the fact that you took the trouble and used AutoCAD to make the rary. That was amazing.
Yes, sir. Thank
That was
you.
amazing. Seekhna padha na, has someone taught you the AutoCAD? How did you learn AutoCAD?
No, sir, I just watched 1 to 2 tutorials on YouTube and just went with it.
Wow, but log, they spend lifetimes trying to learn these kind of technologies and software. तुमने तो ऐसे ही सीख लिया. Very good,
Yes, sir.
very good. That was a very big component. So
Thank you, sir.
congratulations. That was a standout thing for me among the other criteria that you met.
Yes, sir.
I would like to add something here. Shravya, first of all, congratulations to you. And
Thank you, sir.
She presented her first presentation with the rough design. So she had made some model of it and she showed us the picture of it. Then we gave some inputs, and to my amazement, as you told, she used Tinkercad basically. She used a software Tinkercad. So this is a free version for mostly used in schools. So I was amazed at the design improvement what she made based upon the inputs. Tremendous improvements she made. Congratulations to you and to Learning Paths School.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent.
And Kamya, congratulations. What I really was blown away was the eye for detail. She came out with the dimensions. The ergonomics of the product was really mind-boggling. The best part was putting a solar panel and really capturing the power of the sun. And then a small provision for a stool, right? The person who has to operate this can do it with comfort. So that eye for detail is something which is very unique. So keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
And Radhika, congratulations.
Thank
Very,
you,
very,
sir.
very well done. Very well done. I think in your we will send you much more details about the analysis of what you have done. But so for the other folks also, the 3 criteria which stood out for you in our mind of the 7 was scalability, sustainability, and clarity. All of the 3 points were extremely well done. So for this complete paper coffee cup. And I think the way you presented also was very, very clear. The actual presentation that you did on the day of presentation, that was very, very clear. And you answered quite difficult questions that we asked you that day. So your preparedness for all of the things that you could anticipate, all the things that could go wrong, you had already figured it out. Notwithstanding, you connected with me on LinkedIn and asked me questions on LinkedIn. That is way above Call of Duty. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
If you could just add to it, what was very striking in your presentation, Radhika, congratulations, is sustainability and scalability, right? You chose materials which are readily available. You took into consideration the kind of coating, what happens to the material when it's exposed to hot liquids, right? You really had all the background work done. And clearly coming with the idea, showing us kind of a prototype with the dimensions. And again, ergonomics, convenience, it probably matches the best out there. Clearly giving a competition for what is out there. So truly remarkable and very innovative. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Well, so let's spend one or 2 minutes before we go to the rest of the panel, rest of the award winners, on asking if Tiknam, and Radhika and Shravya, if you have any questions for us at this time.
I think I have one. When can we visit Sholini University to actually have some practical lab applications of our ideas?
So
That's a question to Avni.
yeah, that would never say
Anshika.
that question.
So you're welcome on campus anytime, Radhika. And just to let you know, we have enough and more safety protocols on campus now. I'm not sure you would have had your first shot of vaccine though. So that's the only thing which is going to keep you away from our campus for a while. So as soon as you get a first dose of vaccine, 15 days after that, once your immunity kicks in, just take a flight to Chandigarh and just come to Sholini. And we'll just make sure there's somebody to help you, take your idea to the next level. I promise.
और श्राव्या और तिकम कोई और कोई क्वेश्चन है आपके?
No, sir, it was just a really good learning experience for me and everybody else too.
तिकम?
Yes, sir.
उस टाइम तो बहुत क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे, आप नहीं पूछ रहे.
Sir, I'm just shocked and
happy now. Shocked, happy.
Yeah, remember how we did the session of how to ask questions? Don't forget how to ask questions, right? So, all right. So, thank you again, and congratulations to the first, second, and third. So let's go to the next. Next slide. Aryaman, Ishrat, and Shaurya, for their projects are getting recognized because of their amazing presentations. You didn't make the first three, but it was a really strong presentation. All of you had present whether it was the Agrobot, Flexocast. It was really strong presentation. The one point that okay, let's go to the next one also, and then we'll come back to all. We can bring all of these folks on the panel and see any comments. Arjun Singh, Arnab Mangal, Siddh Jain, and Vatsal Singhania. All of you were really good in terms of presenting very well, right? So we will talk about the criteria in the next when you all come onto the panel and see and you try to explain to you our rationale of the scoring of your projects. Okay, Ankush.
Yeah, the next slide also, Ankush, we can show them.
Yes, sir. This is the slide, sir. So if you can explain.
So what we will do is, because of time, abhi sirf 10 minute reh gaye hain. So what we'll do is we'll send this level of detail. We'll just show you for Radhika for how the report is going to be for Radhika, and then all the others will be in a similar format. So I won't go through the detail here. What we've done is we've summarized our understanding of the proposal, which is our You can see the proposal overview, and on the next one you can see our interpretation of it. So that you know that it is our own way of saying that this is what we understood from your proposal. We've put strengths of your proposal, and we've said also proposal of how you could improve it. So this is what is called a SWOT analysis. And then finally we put the evaluation parameters, and then the comments on the recommendation committee. So this is our comprehensive summary that each one of you will get for each one of your projects, so that if you want to take it to the next level, you should be able to take it. So we will have one like this for everyone. So let's unshare, and can we bring all the other folks who are right now into the panel, because I want to hear from them about their comments also. So in general, I would say the two main criteria that we considered very important in this YRP program, and this is cohort 1, we will learn in the future programs, is scalability, sustainability, and practicality. So why we chose that is and I can take an example of something that was proposed by by one group of students. They had proposed, and this is just an example, not to point out anything. They had proposed a suit, a very strong armor suit for Indian Army soldiers, right? So while the proposal was fantastic, it looked like an Iron Man suit. सब कुछ, the soldier को helmet होना चाहिए and guns होने चाहिए, ये होने चाहिए, वो होने चाहिए. It looked like an Iron Man suit. They had thought of every single thing. It was beautiful. It was fantastic, right? But not practical. Army में there are 200 or maybe thousands of people in the army working on such a project. That is one. The second is, and of course they will come up with much more practical things than a high school student can. And the second thing is, today the army doesn't fight with armor like that. Battle में थोड़ी जाते हैं, they don't fight like that. So practicality is a very important component of a proposal. Okay, so I'll pause on that comment and maybe ask Vasan or anybody to say anything about general criteria.
Probably I like the idea of opening it up and asking feedback from the children, their experience, right?
Yeah.
The other participants. That'd be good.
Yeah.
So Vasan, if I can probably ask a question, because I think
Sure, please.
a lot of these students might be looking at commercializing their idea at some point in time. And since you work with a fund, and you must have funded a lot of ideas over so many years. If there were 3 things that every student has to see before he can actually make a funding pitch to somebody, what should those 3 things be? I think that could be something which is valuable for everybody gathered here.
Sure, great questions. I think a lot of this has been touched upon in the conversation, the last 30 minutes or so. One thing is definitely the purpose or the uniqueness, right? The USP, unique selling point of your idea. There may be several ideas out there, but how is yours differentiated in terms of the other products out there? So a very thorough landscape analysis of what is out there, what is the differentiation your product or idea offers. And again, adding to the point what Naren said of scalability, sustainability. Sustainability is the buzzword now. And very beautifully said by one of the earlier panelists that the world needs solutions which are sustainable. So that really will triumph very well. And again, it's practicality and the unmet need. There are certain areas where there's no product at all. So if you are the first one to propose something, you set the stage or you have the first mover advantage. But that is fraught with a lot of danger, because when you are the first one, you carry a lot of unknown risks. Once your product is out in the market, the subsequent followers, especially in the pharma field, they really come and fix all the gaps which the first product is really experiencing. And the second product actually does much better than the second one. So it's again, there is no simple formula. There is a first in class and there is a best in class. So it again depends on the area you're working on, the kind of idea you're serving, the stakeholder, whether you want to be a first in class, you want to be best in class.
Why don't we hear from some of the students who have just joined the panel?
Thank you. Thank
questions
you so
from
much.
you? Hello, Ishrat, Raman. I don't see everybody's name, but yeah. Any koi bhi question pucho, like any ask around the criteria, like, because you did not win first, second, and third, right? So you must have some questions in your mind.
I just wanted to ask, where did we exactly lack? In a presentation or in our spoken or in explaining idea?
Yeah, so good question. Ishrat, you will get a detailed comment on everything that your specific proposal was there. Where you lack, where I don't, I don't know your specific proposal at this particular moment, but I would say in general, um, generally what happens is it is not like Vasant said, it is not a single factor. It's called multifactorial. Nothing happens, no evaluation is done on a single factor, right? And let me give you an example of that, right? So, for example, if you're looking at COVID disease, okay, looking at COVID disease, and you want to predict whether a person is going to, get severe disease, mild disease, or asymptomatic disease, okay, you can't just take the temperature and say, oh, isko severe hone wala hai. You can't take the temperature and then you can't say that, oh, he's coughing, usko severe hone wala. You can't say that, right? You might have to take temperature, you might have to take his blood pressure, you might have to see his age, you might have to see what diseases they have, you might have to take 10, 20 different factors, and only then you'll be able to tell, and that also with not 100% accuracy, that this person is going to have a severe disease. So when you look at these concepts, and that also includes the score, right? We have 7 factors, so to speak, right? That we are evaluating you against. It is not just one factor makes you successful or one factor makes you not successful. It is a combination of all of these. I know I'm giving you a very vague answer for your specific topic, but you will get detailed response about your specific project. But the short answer, I guess the long answer, is it is a combination of these 7 factors that determines the score. You might have come first in sustainability, but you might be last in something else. Did that sort of answer your question a little bit, Ishrat?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
Vatsal, ask your question, Bete. Do not suppress your questions. Please ask. We have a notable panel of experts. So this is the right place to get your query answered.
Excuse me, I had a question to all. So my question is like the top 3 ones. So all of us 3 will get our projects patented, or just the one who was first?
So, now Prateek, after once this discussion has happened, Tekambir, Prateek will be sharing with you the details of what will happen, because now you 3 will be, the phase 1 of the project has been done. Now you will be coming to phase 2. So Prateek will share the complete details with you just right now after this discussion. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. And I also want to reiterate to everyone else who's on the panel, on the other students, Tumhare projects, if you are interested in moving the projects along based on the comments that you have got, please feel free to do that.
Yeah. I think Vatsal wanted to ask a question.
Yes, I had a question that 5 of us did not make it further. So what should we do to make our project feasible so that we can make it commercial later? What should we do to run for now?
तुम्हारा कौन सा project था? You remind me.
Projectile.
Projectile. So again, because of time, we won't be able to go through any specific comments. But again, like I said, we'll see. One of the things, for example, will be if it was not practical, right? Then no matter how much more you work on it, it's not going to be practical. I'll give you that example of the army ka suit, right? किसी बच्चों ने they made an army ka suit. It was really well done, and the presentation was, if the award was only on presentation, they would have got first prize, right? But now see, Vatsal, if we gave them comment कि अच्छा ये करोगे तो ठीक हो जाएगा, ये करोगे तो ठीक है, हम लोग कुछ भी करेंगे ना, वो project आगे नहीं जाएगा, क्योंकि that is a project that will not sustain. बच्चे आर्मी का सूट बना ही नहीं सकते, और आर्मी को सूट चाहिए ही नहीं. right? So similarly, Tumhara project, we'll have to look at it in detail. If it turns out that the project is not applicable and it is not required by society to begin with at all, तो चाहे कुछ भी करो, it won't meet the criteria, right? If first you have to get to, is it required? Has it got an unmet need? Because you're going to patent this, right? This is not something that is just casually ban rahe to ban rahe. Patent to unique hona chahiye. Unless there's uniqueness, it can't be patented. You know. So again, I'm not going to go through details for today, but that's a general idea. There is, even in the criteria, there's a hierarchy. Okay, we'll talk in more detail.
Yeah, and we will be sharing a detailed feedback report with you, so you will know, where you have to work on your project. That will be mentioned in that report.
Yeah. Okay. I think we are at the end of the hour.
Yes. Now, I would request Prateek if you could share the path forward for the winners.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for Emerald Heights Schools and the Annik Path School. Both of you and all the students, all the research interns included, and the mentors for the successful completion of the first phase of Young Researchers Program. So now we will be going to the second phase of the Young Researchers Program. In this second phase, what would happen, the top 3 students, the top 3 projects who have made it to the second phase, they would be working along with the university professors. The Radhika would be working with Dr. Saurabh and Gaurav, who is a research intern with him, her. Shravya would be working with Dr. Amar Raj and Vishal Diwan, who is a research intern. And Teknambir will also be working with Dr. Saurabh and Gaurav. So once we get to the whole things here, we get to the date decided, then we'll be sharing the next schedule, and you will be working with our university professors and the interns to the second phase of further research onto your projects. And the students who are not able to make to the top 3, there is nothing to lose. You can all, at any time, you can work upon your ideas. We have a link at our website, that YRP page, Young Researchers Program. We'll be sharing the page with you. And after doing any modifications, if you like, you can post your updated projects there. And at any moment, if we find it, if the professors or staff find it that it is in a workable condition, then we'll be going along with that, with those projects also. So there's nothing to lose. It is always a learning experience. Thank you, ma'am. Yes.
So if I may just add a couple of lines, Shikha, because just to clarify a little, because the kids might be thinking that we've already won and we should now just go and file our patent, right? So as Shikha was mentioning, you've come to the end of phase 1 and it's been a long journey. It's been a fun journey. However, filing a patent is again an extremely technical thing. It does take time. And now we need to make sure that your idea gets to a stage where when we do an art search, when we do a search of what's happening in India or otherwise, what are some of the processes or ingenuities involved in your project? Is it enough now to make it patentable? I think that's what the professors and the researchers are going to work with you on. So the idea till now has been great. You have won because you've shown the potential to be a change maker with your idea. But whether it is actually patentable or not is going to be something which we'll find out in the next couple of months. So it could be all 3 of you, and maybe, just maybe, it could be none of you. So the hard work actually begins now. You've already come so far, and I think this is where the journey goes uphill, and I would request all of you to not lose heart. We are there to support you. Naren is there, Vasan is there, Saurabh is there, all other professors are there, or teachers are there. We are there. Just hang on, and another couple of months, and hopefully we'll have another session like this where possibly all 3 of you would have a patent to your name. So congratulations once again to everyone, and over to you, Shikha. Naren is smiling, and Naren wants to say something. I know when he smiles like this.
No, I think what you said is absolutely true, and I didn't want to reiterate, but this time it is really important. I feel, like I said earlier, it is about the journey. It's not about the destination.
So I think we're coming to an end. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Siddharth sir, Nutan ma'am, Dr. Nareen, Dr. Vasan, Avni, and and all the students, Vanda ma'am, Kavita ma'am, everybody who was there today. So we are really proud to announce the winners and also congratulate the participants. If your name is not indexed as one of the winners, do not get discouraged, as there can be many more opportunities in the future. Such competitions are stepping stones, and each adventure lets you learn. So hence a fight mindset is what makes you extraordinary. So keep learning and shining. So with this, we end our award ceremony today. Thank you, everybody. Keep smiling.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.